going to have a race in the Mini Max final. No pole sitter, so we're down to 18. And there is the yellow flag. And Damien Barris-Haggett cannot believe things here, that he has lost the chance of winning this race, having had such a good day through the heats. But it's Callum Gosh who's going to lead us down into Ashby Corner for the first time, and he's being attacked by William Ray in the all-white cart, but Callum Gosh has held on. He's pointing the finger to say, let's go. The trouble is, the whole field is right there.
Oh, there's been a bit of an incident. 2 carts off there at Ashby. You've got to remember now, this is not a heat. Everybody's where he has a look. There's William Ray. He's having a look, try and get past the 88. This isn't a heat. All these drivers are more or less where they are with pace. It's the 22 off of George Ivanov. He hasn't made it round the first lap, we're afraid. However, this is not a heat. All these drivers are roughly where they are pace-wise. And Callum Gosh, fastest first lap, but he's got Will right on him and down the inside into Christmas. That's a good position there again into the lead. Is Gosh going to have a look? Is he? No, not quite. William Ray, very good on the braking, very steady. That car, plenty of grip down in the braking zone, which is really helping him out in trying to pull a little bit of a gap from the 88.
William Ray's pace has been very, very good so far today. This next lap, I feel, is going to be really, really crucial for the context of this race. Ronnie Coburn's there in the 77. He had technical issues in the very first race of the day.
Yep, the final has not been shortened. We are still around the 10-minute margin, which is interesting. However, we've still got William Ray leading the way, not really breaking the toe, as we have a little bit of a battle for third place further back. That's the 77 of Ronnie Coburn trying to protect that third place. That might allow the front two to scamper away at this early stage of the race. But so far, it's been relatively smooth sailing for most of the grid.
Which is good to see after the delayed starts. Coming onto the back straight then, still William Ray with about a cart, maybe a cart and a half length lead over Callum Gosh. Ronnie Coburn there in third place. Woody Radford's had a good start to this final. George Ivanov there, I think that is off the back of the field. He'll receive blue flags in a moment's time. Daniel Amor has been strong through the heat so far. He's in 5th place and moves for 6th and 7th on that last lap. Casey Jones and Oliver Sander gaining positions.
Yep, Callum Gosh there just trying to keep to the back of William Ray. Clearly just trying to close as he goes over the curb. They're going to catch the 22 there of Ivanov. They're gonna lap him very, very soon. So we'll see if he gets into the way. I'm expecting him to move over at some point. There we can quite clearly see the shot. He's not looking behind himself. He's got that thick neck protector, does he? Which doesn't. Oh, yep, he has moved wide. Very good driving there. Plenty of space. Well done, George. That's the kind of driving we like to see. So, William Ray leading the way, Callum Gosh in 2nd, and Ronnie Coburn in 3rd. That is our top 3 at the moment.
And Gosh, the fastest lap of the race so far, with a 45.38. Very, very closely matched at the front of the field. Josh Cooke is doing well at the moment in the novice ranks. He's up to 12th place overall. Has put Kieran Denyer in between himself and Charlie Demoncos, who is the other novice still on the lead lap in this race. George Barker, by the way, has also just got past Oliver Smith. So this race, missing Damien Barris-Haggett, Amley Ackett, who had that incident on the first attempt of a start, and Edward Rose as well. Down to 18. It just seems to me that William Ray's just starting to get a bit of a gap over the rest of the field. Yeah, and he sets the fastest lap of the race. The gap is up to 0.43 of a second.
Yep, clearly he's getting the hammer down now and starting to pull away. We've got a position change. For 4th place, Daniel Amor jumping Woody Radford there, as we've got that 41 very wide, 66 over the curb, cut back, textbook stuff as we head into Ashby. Just a little bit wide there for the 41, and that is a successful position gain.
Yeah, so that's Radford getting back past Amor there. So putting Amor under pressure straight away. Maybe they're already happy to fight over this 4th place with Ronnie Coburn down the road.
Yep, you can see that it's pretty much equal at the front, around the cart length or 2 between the leading trio, and the real battle seems to be heating up over that 4th place, with Michael Dalton losing another position, dropping down to P11.
Absolutely. Charlie DeMoncos has gained a position. He's up to 13th place now, so he's 1.5 seconds behind Josh Cooke, who he's racing for the novice trophy here today. Harry Higgs has got past Michael Dalton as well for 10th place. 4.5 minutes to go here at Whilton Mill. Mini Max final for round 1 of WMKC 2021.
I'm starting to look at William Hurt's kart, and it seems to be a little bit sketchy now. It's starting to get a little bit tetchy on the entry to some corners. The rear of the kart is drifting out a little bit on the entry when Rhea turns into the corner, which is suggesting perhaps that the tyre pressures are not quite right. Perhaps they were a little bit high. A little bit of precision there, perhaps from the 88 as he tries to find a way past William. Is he good? No, not quite there. But so it is pretty much even Stevens all between them, even though Ronnie Coburn has now set the fastest lap of the race. So he is really closing on these on the 2 drivers in front of him.
He's indeed, and it's still a long way in this race to go. You've got the best part of half a heat race still to run in this one. Everyone setting their, well, pretty much everyone setting their personal bests at the moment as the fuel starts to drop off. 3 minutes 30 to go. William Ray leads by 1/4 of a second, half a second, covering the top 3 at the moment. But Callum Gosh just happy at the moment to stay in that 2nd place, maybe conscious that he doesn't want to fight too hard because he could risk dropping down to 3rd behind Ronnie Coburn if he's not too careful.
Yep, doesn't want to force the issue quite yet. 3 minutes to go. That's still a lot in karting terms, as we can now see them entering Ozier's. A very long corner on the exit there over the curb, both drivers. But he has a good run. Will he have a look into the chicane? No, not quite. Just happy to sit there and wait for the moment. But he has to be careful because Ronnie Coburn is right on him.
He is indeed. So it's over start finish again. You can see the battle just behind between Radford and Amore there, coming over start finish. Casey Jones in the number 76 running strongly as well, just ahead of Oliver Sander. Oliver setting a new PB there, 47.89 that last lap, 2.5 minutes to go. Change for position in 14th place. Lena Somers Kelly has got past Kieran Denyer, so the 89 ahead of the 13. Still 17 karts on the lead lap. Our fight in novice is not over as well. There's that 1.5 seconds between Cooke and DeMoncos. Back with the leaders though, 2 minutes now to go. William Ray just seems to have this one under control at the moment. He's not pushing too hard, he's not making any mistakes.
Well, Cam Gosh did seem to have a really good run out of that final corner, which is pit bend. Will he have a look down the inside? He does seem close enough, but decides not to force the issue, as we can see the 77 taking a very different line to the 2 drivers in front of him, thinking, oh, Callum Gosh getting it sideways through Inkermans as we head down now towards Ashby and out of Ashby.
Do indeed. Just to report, Harry Higgs has now got past Harrison Morrow. That's for 9th position. George Barker has also got past Kieran Denyer. I just wonder if Kieran Denyer's got any kart issues out there, because the number 13 has fallen back, unfortunately, in this race. Look at Callum Gosh all over the rear bumper now of William Ray, and that's the new fastest lap of the race, 47.58, starting to turn the pressure up on William Ray. Ronnie Coburn's still there as well in 3rd place. Into Christmas Corner they go, less than a minute on the clock remaining for these drivers. So there'll be this lap plus 2 more.
You see there, closing up on each other into the heavy braking zone of Ashby. It just seems that William Ray just has enough. It's not very much, I must say, but he just has enough of an advantage over the 2 drivers behind him to keep them at bay, even though Callum Gosh is pushing him very, very hard. Seems to be very strong down the straight is Callum Gosh. He seems to be really closing up on him at the end of this race.
It does indeed, and we have confirmed there will be time left on the clock yet, but with this lap, time will expire, plus 1 more lap to go then. William Ray has just responded with the fastest lap of the race so far, 47.47, but look how close it is. 1, 2, 3 going through Christmas Corner now. Ronnie Coburn is playing a very wise game, I feel, at this point. He's just sitting there. He's obviously making himself known to the two drivers ahead, but he's not getting too racy at this stage. They're all maybe about to change, though, once we complete this lap, because it will be the last lap of this race.
Oh gosh, it's getting... Oh, and there's a little bit of defending now going on, William Ray. He senses the threat now from Callum, who is really pushing him hard right now as we head onto the next lap. It's the last lap, apparently, according to the timing screens. As you can see, first lap by Daniel Amor, and I'm not surprised because this front pack is squabbling, as you can see. William there defending very, very strongly to prevent Callum Gosh coming past as we head down now. Oh, a little bit sideways for Callum Gosh, that's not going to help him. Again, very neat and tidy. Nobody's taking a desperate lunge. Not quite close enough. As you can see, look at how close they are. It's just 1, 2, 3 in a line. You could throw a blanket over the trio of them. But now we have the 80. He's looking to the outside. I don't think he's really going to have an opportunity. However, Ronnie Coburn might still manage to get a position. No, I don't think so.
William Ray is going to come around the final corner and take a hard-earned victory in the Mini Max final there by 0.2 of a second ahead of Callum Gosh. Ronnie Coburn, after a difficult start to the day, recovers to take a podium in this final. Woody Radford in 4th place. Daniel Amor might be a little bit disappointed with P5 in that final, having been so strong in the heats earlier in the day. Casey Jones is there in 6th place. Oliver Sander, Mac McFarquhar, Harry Higgs and Harrison Morrow wrap out the top 10. Michael Dalton has had a trying day. He's had some good battles out there in the end. It's 11th for him in the final. Josh Cooke